Is theft a crime in Islam? Yeah, it's a crime in Islam. What is the penalty? Cutting off the hand. Is that true in every case? No, you see, this is the story that's not told. That's not true in every case. It's not true in every case. There's so many deciding factors before a person loses their hand. The first one is that they must steal what? Above the nisab. Above the specific amount. It must be value. You can't steal a pack of gum or a pair of tennis shoes. Well, I don't know. There's some tennis shoes today that will probably reach above the nisab. But you can't steal something trivial and lose your hand over it, because it's not worth your hand. It must be above the nisab. Also, there must be some forethought behind it. It must be a crime of premeditation or a crime that has some criminal element behind it. For instance, if I leave my watch on a table and someone comes and picks it up, is that stealing? Yes, but will they lose their hand for it? No, because I'm part of the responsible party. I left my watch there. I enticed the individual with that. You know what I mean? I left it there. I share part of the blame. So they wouldn't. Now, if that person breaks into my home and steals that same watch, and that watch is expensive above the nisab, then they lose their hand and they deserve to. So there must be deciding factors in that instance. And the goal of that penalty is not so that the person loses their hand and they don't steal again. It's so that I don't have to worry about my property. You get what I'm saying? It's so that I don't, it's protection of property. Do you know how much Americans spend on security? It's astronomical. It's in the hundreds of billions of dollars that is spent on security, securing property. And guess what? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Theft in America is higher than almost every other country in the world. So there's something wrong. Something wrong with that system. The system doesn't work because the thieves are not punished properly. You get a slap on the wrist for most cases, or they go to jail and learn how to be a better criminal when they get out. Now you go to a place where the hand will be taken off, and I'm not saying there's any land where Sharia is practiced properly, but you go to a place where you lose your hand. Like for instance, any of you been to Saudi? Been to the Haramain, Mecca and Medina? Those shopkeepers who sell the rings and stuff on the kiosks, when it's time for salah, what do? Even to this day, they put a cloth over it and they go pray. Nobody's going to steal anything. Why? Because you will lose your hand over it. And if you're in Medina, they don't have to take you very far because the Sharia court is right next to Masjid Nabawi. They don't have to take you very far. You will lose your hand. So the deterrent is there. The deterrent is there. And you know how many cases of recidivism? Anyone know what recidivism is? It means the person repeating the same crime. Do you know what the cases of recidivism, statistics of percentage of recidivism is for theft in a country where they will lose your hand for it? It's almost non-existent. Probably 0 point something. Because when you lose a hand, it really affects you. You think about that next time. Because I only have 2 hands and 2 feet. And if you lose your hand, the next time you're going to lose a foot. And you will look very awkward missing one hand on one side and one foot on the other. So you think about that. If you think about going back to jail, most of our prisons in America are like better than some hotels you'll stay in. I've stayed in hotels that are worse than most of our prisons. Some people will commit a crime just to get off the streets. I would rather take the chance of robbing this bank and getting away with it than sleep in that cardboard box behind the 7-Eleven every day. At least if I get arrested, I'm going to go to a federal penitentiary, which is better than most hotels in America. So our justice system is broken. So when someone wants to criticize the Islamic justice system, then there is a bunch of fingers pointing back at them. But this won't be told, because whose responsibility is it to tell the story? It's our responsibility. It's not Peter King's responsibility. It's not any congressman or senator or congresswoman's responsibility. It's our job. But we don't know it. We don't understand it. Therefore, we cannot give da'wah properly. Okay.